evening, everyone. This is the City Council work meeting. Today is August the 4th, 2025, and the time is 6:30. This meeting has been duly advertised in the city newspaper in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law. Roll call, please.
Fablelaro.
Here.
Pomona.
Present.
Barclay.
Present.
Oglesby.
Present.
Bettis.
Present.
Swepson. Here. Thomas.
Present.
All in attendance.
May I have approval of the previous minutes?
I'll make the motion. Second.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We have Jordan here for the capital improvement report.
Good evening.
Good
evening, Mayor, council members. See you again. So Jordan Rizzo with CME. This is your second quarter capital improvement update. Does everyone have this?
Yes.
Yes, one follow up. First one, pump station improvements. We've been looking at this for a little bit now. We've designed the majority of it, but as of late, we just received notice that the Evans Lane pump station needs to be upgraded, which is good timing because we haven't started yet. So we're going to look to include that in this project and include it in the IBAN funding for as well. So we'll await authorization to begin that and include it. The next one is a series of ACIA program projects. First one is Walnut Avenue Park. There were some drainage issues here. We started looking at a design and then ultimately put it on hold because we spoke to ACIA. We're told that we can pull all the funds together and move it to different projects. So what we did is we took it from there, we moved it to the next project, which is the various park improvements. And since I was here 3 months ago, this one has taken off. It is the Leeds Avenue tennis courts, Max Manning basketball courts, and Crescent Avenue basketball courts. So that started earlier this month, and the Leeds Avenue and Max Manning courts have been paved. So we'll be looking at, yeah, so within, let's say, the next month, they'll be striped, the nets will go up, new basketball systems. So that'll be done soon. Next page is the rec center. We had done a design for new flooring in the rec center. Then we put it on hold because we wanted to make sure that the roof was done first. So that's where we're at with that right now. Next is the senior center / multi-purpose building in West Park Avenue. We've looked at this and issued a couple proposals, but I believe it is in motion. Not necessarily through my office, but I believe it's the ACIA who's coordinating it. That's what we read of it. So I think that's in the works moving along. And I think it's on your agenda tonight too as well. And then the next one is the 2024 application. So the biggest thing here was the soccer fields on Tilton Road Park. Also included Clematis Avenue tennis and pickleball, and then crosswalk signage throughout the bike path for the full length of that. That one we're just kind of waiting on advancement and authorization and everything. Moving into DOT projects, some of these are just kept on here because they're on maintenance bonds. So Ansley Boulevard, that's been completed, and that's on the maintenance bond through August 2026. Decatur Avenue, same thing, completed maintenance bond through August 2026. Dowdy Road, this one is completed. Final pay application was submitted a couple months ago, and that's on maintenance bond through May 2027. And then not too far behind that is Park Avenue, which runs next to it. This one's at the finish line. They're actually going to be milling the road tomorrow, and then on Wednesday they'll be surface paving it. So that was the last thing we need to do, plus probably a couple punch list items. But that one will be, finishing up and going for final pay application soon. Black Horse Pike, this was the phase 1. All the work here is complete. The final pay application is ready. We're just waiting for the maintenance bond from the contractor, and then once we get that, we'll submit it for the final pay. And then phase 2 of Black Horse Pike, this was DOT, and the city selected to use the DOT's design assistance. Next is Old Turnpike. This has been completed. It was the sidewalks between Main Street and Franklin, and that's on maintenance bond through February 2026. Streetscape improvements, this is Leeds Avenue, North Main Street, and Washington Avenue. This is also going to be a DOT design assistance, so it's not my office coordinating that. Ridgewood Avenue and Clematis, this is sanitary sewer improvements. And we have the pre-construction meeting for this one this week. It's on Thursday. So that construction will probably be starting, I'd say, later this month. Lighting improvements along the bike path. This is from Decatur Avenue to Milan Avenue. And this is currently underway right now as well. They started construction earlier this month in July. I anticipate probably by the end of the month it'll all be complete. Green Street. This is between Main Street and Franklin Boulevard. The project was awarded to Charles Marandino a couple months ago. They have the contract books now, they're signing them, getting the bonds in, and then we'll have our pre-construction meeting. So that, I'm guessing, will probably start construction later in August, maybe early in September. South Franklin Boulevard and East Bayview Avenue. This is a good amount of sanitary sewer upgrades, and then also repaving the roads, curbs, sidewalks, and it's also extending Franklin Boulevard to Bayview so that the connection is made there. This one's out to bid right now. It needs to be awarded by September 8th for DOT, and the bid opening is later this month, August 26th. So we'll be looking to award that project later this month or early September. Lorraine Avenue. This one is to be awarded by October 2025, so later this year. We're still waiting for an authorization to start this one now, so I'm guessing this one will probably need an extension request from the DOT. They'll do 6 months to push that to next year. Similarly, on the next page, this project started at 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Street. We broke it into 2 projects, so it was slimmed down to just 3rd Street to get us closer to the grant amount. This has to be awarded later this year in November, but we're probably going to end up seeking a 6-month extension for that as well. Intersection of Woodland and Route 9. This is crosswalk improvements. To be awarded later this year, so in November. We're finishing the design. We'll put it out to bid soon, and then that'll probably start end of this year or beginning of next year. And then on a similar path is the Franklin Boulevard Bikeway, so just striping along Franklin Boulevard. Same timeline, award by around the end of November this year, and then construction probably beginning of next year. Glenwood Avenue. This received a 6-month extension in DOT rights. So we now have to award it by December 28th of this year. We were authorized on survey, so that's complete. And then once we get the balance of the authorization, we'll do the design and look to award it by the end of this year. Pedestrian safety improvements. This is all throughout the city. Different LED stop signs and speed radar signs. That is an August 2026 award, so that's next year, and we're just waiting application to start that one. The next page is a bus shelter. This is across from the bus terminal. This is the new bus shelter, pavers, lighting, bike racks, landscaping, and it has to be awarded. This one's next year, and we have proposals to do that one. And then Windsor Avenue and Richmond Avenue, that is an end of next year award, so by November 2026. And we're just going to wait to get authorized to start that one as well. And then some of the miscellaneous projects, the stormwater pollution prevention plan, we do this on a yearly basis. Kind of kept here as a placeholder, but we'll update that at the end of this year and get it on the city website. And then this is a new one. As of this year, the entire state, all the municipalities are required to submit a watershed inventory report and stormwater infrastructure map. That's due at the end of this year. So once we get the authorization to do that, we'll begin that work. Next one is assessment of roads. Just a reminder, in 2023, we did a report outlining the condition of all roads, sanitary sewer, and bike path throughout the city. And then bottom of this page is the park project, Lakes Bay Unity Park at the waterfront. As everyone probably knows, it opened earlier this month. There's just a few minor punch list items left. We took another look at the landscaping today. So we're working with the contractor. They haven't submitted their final pay application yet, so they know that they still have a little bit to do left. But for the most part, that's done and open. And a couple other quick things. It's the crab dock at the marina. We took a look at this June of last year. Just waiting any further authorization or questions on that. And then North Main Street and Washington Avenue demolition. There's a few buildings set to be demolished around the corner here. We sent a proposal to do an estimate and specs, and just waiting on authorization.
Go ahead, man.
Transit Village. Oh, Green Street, is that projected to be done this year? I know what we're waiting for, but when is it gonna be
Finish
done?
construction?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that we'll probably have our pre-construction meeting. I'm just gonna do the math. Later this month, probably start in September. I'd say it's probably gonna be almost complete by the end of this year. Might push into next year, but the majority of it will be done.
We've been talking about that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was on Franklin Boulevard, what we're gonna do there as far as more paving. The bike, we're doing the bike lanes.
Yeah, it's not paving, it's just bike lanes.
We're doing paving. Yeah, we're doing paving. So, and that's my question, that we're gonna be doing more paving. So the bike lanes are gonna be.
We want to do that after, yeah.
Okay.
Do you know when?
We don't have a window
Well, we have to award it by November.
for that.
We don't have to start in November.
Oh,
So we
okay.
can work,
So we can definitely coordinate it.
we
Okay.
have, so I have, DOT funds.
Okay.
Cover
Right.
that. I think that's 11. Should we trust them?
That makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Councilwoman?
Yeah, I have a question. Mr. Rizzo, do you have, are you working on or have you been notified about the marina itself? The fact that it's closed? So
No.
you're not working on any of those piers or anything?
Councilman Davis?
The recreation center, the money that's been awarded, I know we have to do the roof, but is there a timeline for that money that we have to do the floor? Is there a timeline for that money? We're in a rush to get this roof done before we lose that funding?
No, it's ACIA, so they're a lot more lenient or willing to work with you than DOT, which has a strict 2-year
Right.
timeline. So we have grants from 2020 we're still using. And instead of taking 20% for this project and 15% for that project, we kind of just pooled it all together and said, let's get this project done 100%. So, no, the short answer is no, we don't have a timeline to do it, but I think we probably also reallocated some of the money towards the Leeds, Maximum, Crescent.
What about the roof situation? This been brought up for a while now.
So,
You want, okay. So, we should be receiving, good evening, everyone. We should be receiving the funding for the roof, that the bond ordinance was approved a couple of months ago. We should be signing paperwork this week and we should be getting the funding next week.
So we have the funding to get the roof done and then we get the floor done.
Yes.
That should be done by next year.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you. No questions.
there was a $50,000, amount earmarked for for the floor, that's been reallocated to do the fence in front of the
Makes-
community park.
Oh, that's what we got, that's $50,000
That's
from?
$50,000.
All right, thank you, sir.
Well,
No, thank you.
Anyone
I know we
else?
do need that. Thank you.
Thanks, George.
Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jermaine.
Madam Clerk, agenda review.
Okay, first on the agenda, first reading, ordinance number 12, authorizing the purchase of certain property known as 121 West Park Avenue, Lot 39, Lot 22, for the tax maps pursuant to NJSA 48:12-1.
Any questions, council?
I do.
Councilman?
Do we have the funding right now to buy that property?
Madam CFO? Minister?
Sure. I like to say that we do.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Yes. You just don't know how happy the state made me on Friday. So, yes, we do.
And I know that the city's gonna buy it, but it doesn't always stand that the city can do whatever they wanna do. Is that zoned for what we wanna do?
I'm not familiar with the zoning of the area,
it is,
Mr.
yes. We did a shared service agreement 2 meetings ago, with the ACIA. All the studies were done. In fact, CME did the preliminary studies were going to go purchase it and begin construction. They have to have construction done for this project by May, June of next year.
Do we have the money for construction? We have the money to buy it. Do we have the money for construction?
So yes, those funds are done through CDBG, through ACIA. They're the ones that are part of the funds.
But are we gonna have an empty lot for a long time because they don't?
We can't have it, we can't, this has to be done by, that date. We actually have a timeline, to purchase and start construction, all this year.
You first?
You first? Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Newman.
You're welcome.
Right, Madam Clerk?
Resolution 145, authorizing the execution of an addendum to the third amendment to the redevelopment agreement with Likewise Enterprise LLC to remove references to Lot 3.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 146, amending resolution number 119-2025, authorizing the tax collector to cancel and remove property charges.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 147, granting approval of the annual Atlantic City Triathlon event through the city on August the 9th.
Any questions? Seeing none?
Resolution 148, granting approval of a National Health Center Week Festival and Health Fair on August the 8th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the South Jersey Family Medical Center.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 149, granting approval of a drug prevention and wellness event on August the 15th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Christ Worship Center.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 150, providing for budget insertion into the 2025 budget.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Next is review of the bills.
Madam CFO?
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes. So as we get to two lists from our office, and the smaller list is about 2 or 3 pages long, and that is items that have been paid prior to today's bill list. One item really that is a quarterly corporation, which is for the police department, is evidence management software. And then, does anybody have a question on any of the items there?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
there's a check here for $100 that says wrong amount.
Yes,
Yeah, what is that about?
okay. This is a refund to the person on here
Mhm.
that they registered their child for the summer camp program.
Mhm.
And they requested a refund. It was $100, and then it came back that it was an error. It was the full refund that had to be given.
Who authorized it?
This came through the recreation department and our
Did it?
administrator. Yes.
Did it?
Yes.
No,
Who?
no, I'm sorry. That came from me.
Okay, let me, we authorized the $100, myself, the mayor, and the person in charge of the rec, because it says no refunds.
Correct.
So let's just make everybody happy, give the woman $100.
At the committee.
No.
No, it didn't come to the committee because the woman wanted her money. And it says on there very clearly, no refunds. So somebody wanted a full refund, we said $100 in order to keep the peace, okay? So, and plus we didn't want to establish a precedent of giving a full refund 4 weeks after the camp has started. Nobody picked up the phone to call me. I never received a phone call about this. I should have been called. You want to run the rec committee? Then go ahead. You want to refund an extra $155? Then you write it out of your paycheck. Do not give out money that you are not authorized to give out.
So, if I may? Or would you-
Well, no, you
Okay,
can explain it, but Joanne and I talked, Councilwoman and I talked to her earlier.
okay.
Go ahead and explain yourself.
So, this came back to me after we, had given the, $100 back. Based on mitigating circumstances, the mayor and I actually had a conversation in reference to $100. She gave me authorization to make the decision that I need to make on this particular situation. I made the decision to refund the full amount because of mitigating circumstances. This person had every intent of putting her child in the summer camp. She was not able to do that for reasons that was not even discussed here, but she was not able to do that. It was not her fault. We went ahead and funded the full amount. It was a call that I was asked to make and I did.
You don't make that decision.
Okay.
You don't make that decision.
Okay.
This comes through the rec committee. I should have at least been notified.
Okay.
Okay? You want to make decisions on paying out people without authorization? I think there's a little something going on. That shouldn't be done. It should have never happened that way. I deserve a phone call. I don't care what
Understood.
committee it comes from, I deserve a phone call, and it was never made. You made a decision that we had already discussed and decided on $100. I know what her problem was. I understand it. But the problem is, now you've established a precedent to everybody in the city that wants to pull their kid out of the camp, even though it's the cheapest camp around. You've established the precedent of giving a full refund.
So,
So-
if you gave back half, if you gave back $2, you would have established the precedent.
Precedent, right.
So the precedent isn't the issue here. The issue
You've
here-
established the precedent of giving back a full refund rather than $100.
So full
And
refund.
you never contacted me.
Wait,
If you're upset that I didn't contact you, I apologize, and that's.
That doesn't do any good because you got the check for $255.
Right. That's-
So that barn door's
I apologize
open.
if you felt like I didn't contact you. But the
Okay,
decision was
go ahead,
made because
Councilman.
that decision came across my desk to make that decision, and I did.
The decision had already been made. The mayor was well aware of the decision. The other person involved was
So was I.
aware of it.
So was I.
And you,
The person that
just chose
received
to-
the money did not,
Wait.
was not.
the person who received the money was aware that she was getting something back. She got a check for $100.
Well, she didn't find that out until she got the check, and she was very upset about it.
Go ahead, Mayor.
Well, when we discussed it, I said, and when you and I first discussed it, we said give her half back. That was the last I heard of that until I heard about $100. And then I got calls on it, business administrator got calls on it. We would still get calls on it, and I understand there was a little confusion at the recreation center. But then, as far as setting a precedent, Joy, really, Councilman, I wish you wouldn't just point your finger and everything and be that way, but, no, because it's just not necessary to do that. So then, he kept getting, the business administrator kept getting calls about it and everything, and he said, you know what, he called me and he said, you know what, he said, I'm just sick of it, he said, I'm ready to just put it to bed, he said, because we're going back and forth, and we discussed setting the precedent. So then, one second, Councilman, so then, that's when he, and I said, well, I'll tell you what, I said, whatever decision you make, I said, I'm out of it, you know, because she was calling my office too. I said, I'm out of it, I don't have anything else to do with it. And then that's when he took it upon himself to do that, and to, you know, but I can't say I wouldn't have made the same decision. I did call you in the beginning, you know.
In the very beginning.
Yeah, and then when you all decided $100, and that was the end of that, you know, because when you and I were talking, we were saying half. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing that I've heard about this matter is correct. When it comes to money, no one person has the power or authority to reverse or to expend. That's this governing body's power. That's our authority, no one person. The situation should have been happening us. So the told lady, I will put your request in writing to council. And then it should have been approved here. That's what should have happened. And that's what should happen. We don't have the power to spend money without our approval. She don't, you don't either. So let's calm ourselves down and understand the fundamental basics of being a member of a governing body. This is government 101.
It's the process.
Mr. BA, you're going to get a whole bunch of those kind of phone calls. You too have. But y'all got the position. You asked for them. You got the position to get those calls. I've been there. Now, in old school, we say man it up and woman it up. Or get on your horse, cowboy, and say, look, I hear you, please. I'll put a memo in writing to the people who have the authority to do that. And if we say no, it's no. If we say yes, it's yes. She's right. One of the problems we have here is setting the wrong precedents when it comes to money, when it comes to personnel management, and personal favors to people and family we know. And it has to stop. So next time you have a problem like that, bring it up. And you can't advocate your authority. Mayor, I'm sorry. You can't say, I'm done with it. You're the mayor. You can't say, I'm done with it. Neither can you be. You can't say that. And you can't tell them what they can and can't do. The law does that.
Well,
Amen.
they
I'm sorry.
violated the law, it didn't come through us.
go ahead, Councilman.
Problem I see is the process.
All right.
It's the process. We have to follow the process. And I believe the councilwoman saying, by her not being contacted after a decision was made, I believe, or agreed upon. And then that decision was changed.
That's why it shouldn't have been made in the first place.
No,
I'm sorry. I'll pop up.
no,
Or to committee.
yeah. That's why I said, was this in committee? That's the question I had.
A recommendation from committee, but still, the action of spending money, receiving money, that's the governing body's
We
responsibility.
gotta follow the
I
process.
think I'm correct.
Yeah, we keep getting jammed up with it.
Yeah.
And you can't be getting what you want because you make the most amount of phone calls and you bitch the most.
No.
That's not how it works. And if that's the case, then we're gonna have an awful lot of people on the phone tomorrow complaining to you about something, and you're gonna be writing out checks. You better get the auto pen from Joe Biden, because that's what you're gonna need, because everybody's gonna be complaining about something.
Especially after they see this video.
That's what happens when you do things in the cloak of darkness and you don't do it in sunlight. That's what happens.
Man, to your phone.
So the $100 check was voided and she was paid $255, right?
Correct.
But that was not done in corporate guidance. Unfortunately, you decided to take that position. That's not how that happened. I was left on my doorstep in my hand. So, you can
So we
complain
know for
about
next
that.
time, we know for next time.
There you go.
Put it on our doorstep, that's
I got the
that's
answer.
what I do.
I got the answer.
So on the other bill list,
We have another one?
well, that's the one that where payments are gonna be made.
The big one.
Yeah, the big thick one. So basically, the bill list is full of day-to-day operations from various departments. I'm only gonna mention a few of the bills that stand out. So on page 2, we are paying the police warn cameras bill to our vendor Exxon. And that came with $46,000, close to $47,000 in grants. So that was a good thing. So that $290,000 is actually $244,000. So we're good with that. That came with a grant. We're also paying the ACUA, that they allowed us to split the bills in the budget process.
Yeah.
We're paying them $206,000. On page 5, we're paying those postcards that get mailed at the beginning of the year with your assessment and the taxes that you paid. That is $4,327. Then on page 7, we're paying our engineer CME for the 5-year UEZ plan, $20,699. Then, last but not least, I lost my mark on here. Page 18, we are paying Orchid Hydraulics, $3,214, and this is for the Public Works Departments. This is for the maintenance of our bigger vehicles. So there is a wear and tear usage of them. Any other questions that you may find on the bill list that you want to ask?
Anyone? No
Okay.
questions, Nancy?
What's that?
No one has questions.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Council? Council, you have anything, open discussion? May I have a motion to close the work session?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Good evening, everyone. This is a city council meeting. The date is August the 4th, 2025, and the time is 7:04 p.m. This meeting has been duly advertised in the city newspaper in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law. Please stand for invocation and flag salute. We're going to have a solemn prayer, please. Amen. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to add is, if everyone can stand up, one of our employees, Latoya Dunstan, her son was killed in the city of Atlantic City. So please keep the Roseboro and the Dunstan family in your prayers. Amen. Okay, may I have a motion to dispense previous minutes?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Mayor, any accommodations, proclamations, presentation? Thank you. Next, we have public portion, Madam Clerk. Ms. Roll call. Roll call, please.
Fablelaro.
Here.
Pomona.
Present.
Barclay.
Present.
Oglesby.
Present.
Bettis.
Here.
Swepson. Here. Thomas.
Present.
All.
Next, we have public portion. Oh, you. No, since I gave you. I did it fast tonight. Next, we have Christian. I mean, he stepped out.
Yes, he's taking a call. Can I get him, can I go out and
Okay, we're gonna go with Miss Brown.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
I just wanna pass some information on and then ask some questions. One of the things I wanna pass, they put the signs up in the park is good. The no dogs allowed, but people are not, respecting the signs. And they're bringing big dogs over here. So, I promise to pass that on to y'all. I don't know what you're gonna do about it, because I promise to pass on.
Thank you.
The other thing, I got a couple of questions, just questions because I'm not clear on. The police chief has not been sworn in yet?
No, she hasn't.
Is there a reason? Like, it's obvious she's not going anywhere.
What happened?
She's made the decision to be sworn in the rest of her staff.
So, Miss Brown, we are working on that. It will take place, but it's been some time, it just came to your attention.
You did. That's what I said first. They did.
It just came to your attention. Okay.
The other thing, why do we not have a rent control committee yet?
That's still being worked at. It's in the deliberative work product mode, and we're gonna see potentially amended ordinance that it's gonna be better than it, so just hang tight.
Well, I'm waiting, I was just asking because it's been a long time. And a lot of people that I speak to are not even aware of the ordinance and neither are their landlords.
Well, it's been published,
I know,
and
I'm
so
just
that's
letting
to
you know.
their following, but it's there, and you'll be saying something shortly.
Okay. And I don't think it's to their folly, I just think that we need to do better about getting the word out about things. But there are people who still don't even know that part. So there are people who still don't know about the community swimming at the high school. And I'm out there, so you know I know. I'm not just making stuff up. I've been talking to people at the Wawa, at the Walmart, in the parking lot, wherever I'm at, I talk to people. So
Thank you.
those things have been brought to my attention, so I'm just bringing them back.
Thank you.
Don't kill the messenger.
All right, no Christian? You want to speak for a Christian? I'm allowing you to do that.
Can I get him real quick or is that not allowed?
No, you can't be. All right, may I have a motion to close public portion?
Motion.
All in favor? All right, Madam Clerk?
First is ordinance number 12, first reading, authorizing the purchase of certain property known as 121 West Park Avenue, Block 39, Lot 22 on the tax map pursuant to NJSA 40A:12-1.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro.
Yes.
Camona.
Yes.
Barclay.
Yes.
Oglesby. Bettis.
Yes.
Swepson. Thomas.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance moved to second reading, scheduled for August 18th. Resolution 145, authorizing execution of amendment to the addendum to the third amendment to the redevelopment agreement with Likewise Enterprise LLC to remove references to Lot 3.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro.
Yes.
Camona.
Yes.
Barclay.
Yes.
Oglesby.
Yes.
Bettis.
Yes.
Swepson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 146, amending resolution number 119-2025, authorizing the tax collector to cancel and refund property charges.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second? Roll call.
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Bettis,
Yes.
Swepson,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 147, granting approval for the annual Atlantic City Triathlon event through the city on August the 8th.
May I
9th.
have a motion?
The motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Bettis,
Yes.
Swepson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 148, granting approval of a National Health Center Week Festival and Health Fair on August the 8th at the South Jersey Family Medical Center.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Bettis,
Yes.
Swepson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 149, granting approval of a drug prevention awareness event on August the 15th at the Christ Worship Center.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Bettis,
Yes.
Swepson,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 150, providing for budget and surging into the 2025 budget.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Familar,
No.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Bettis,
Yes.
Swepson,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. I need a motion to pay the bills.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Bettis,
Abstain, page 3, item 0320. This
03.
02.
I know which one you.
You know.
It's 020.
The health care. Very good. So noted. I'm sorry, Swepson
Yes.
and Thomas.
Yes.
Motion approved. Next is comments.
Mayor, if you have anything?
First of all, I'd like to, give condolences to the, Johnson family, Johnson Roseboro family. And, also, we have a lot of events coming up. Does anyone from a community relations, you have these on the events we have coming up? Because if you're gonna read them, I think you can read them. Oh, okay. So we have a lot of events coming up. Tomorrow night is National Night Out from 5 to 8 at Langston Avenue. So if everyone can attend, that would be good. That's always good to get out for that. And we're also having a resource fair in our parking lot, to give your information, from 9 to 2 on the 8th. And let me see what else we have on there. On the 15th, we have the overdose, there's an overdose like festival or so at the Christ Worship Center on Church. Is that you do?
We just did.
You do it. I just didn't want to dip into your committee.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's an overdose awareness day event. It's Friday, August the 15th from 9 p.m. to noon at Christ Worship Center Worldwide. You guys need the address? 429 West Bayview Avenue, here in Pleasantville.
Can I ask the thing there, when you say overdose, you talking about drug overdose?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else? Or Mayor, were you done?
Yes, and everyone have a good evening.
Thank you. Anyone from council?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
If we don't already have, I think that public safety should look into issuing some kind of ordinance or something about e-bikes. Well, we need to look into it because the e-bikes themselves, I think, are being abused and not ridden properly. But now they're riding two on a bike.
They ride on the sidewalks.
So-
And it's-
So,
But Ms. Brown,
no,
we mentioned,
bicycles are governed by New Jersey state motor vehicle statutes, including e-bikes, as long as they have like a horsepower under 25 or 50, something like that. And if they have pedals along with the engine, they're governed under motor vehicle statutes. We do have an ordinance that speaks to bikes and where they can be ridden, and it's pretty extensive, so I think it's an enforcement issue. And I did communicate with Council President about that when we looked into whether or not, because you cannot preempt state statute. So if there's a statute, your local ordinance can't conflict with it. But if there's no statute addressing it, then you can kind of supplement. And so the current municipal ordinance pretty much covers a lot of things that many of you may have concerns about, but the state statute essentially would govern it. So if you have something specific, because I know that Council President was talking about that as well, then we can look to see whether or not it's state statute already, or if we can supplement it.
So Councilwoman, after I talked to Madam Solicitor, I talked to the chairperson of public safety, he's gonna bring it up in the meeting tomorrow.
I just want, because it.
But if you have something
Wednesday,
specific,
our meeting's
I'm
Wednesday.
sorry, Wednesday, just let Councilman know.
I mean, as long as we have something,
Oh, yeah, we will.
then it, I just didn't, I mean, seeing two kids on a bike like that is just scary. That's really, the whole thing is scary, but then you have two. Just asking.
Anyone else?
Were they wearing helmets?
No.
They were under 17, I bet.
Required under 18, but not over
Yes,
18.
they were seatbelted in and they had helmets.
Councilwoman Swepson?
We left one out, the Arlen's dance spot, it was a great opening tonight. And it was, what time was it? At 5, it was 5:30, and it's 850 North Franklin Boulevard here in Pleasantville. And it's the old Red Cross building, and it's really nice, so you all should go over and look at it.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. All right. All right, anyone have anything else? May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I will be taking bed.
Yeah.